Good evening, everybody. How are you? It's Tuesday.
Hi, guys.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Chandra,
And we're back again.
and we're fighting with the cats.
The cats are just being cats as
they
do.
They're being kind of bratty, though. The old one, Tigger, is over there by Dustin, and he's clawing the ever-loving out of my couch, which is going to frustrate me because these couches aren't that old, and I would like them to last. And the other two boys are that away, fighting and hissing at each other.
Well, one's over here now.
Well, they were fighting and hissing at each other, which I don't appreciate.
Shauna is here. Air frying auntie is here.
Thanks for coming in.
Jennifer Lucas is here.
Hi, Jen. Good to see her this week.
Yes,
Was
that was last week.
It
was Thursday.
Whatever. One of those
Between
days.
this time and the last time.
One of those days. One of those things.
Darth Carnivore. Charlie is here.
Thanks for coming in, Charlie.
I have a thing to ask you, Charlie. So
that sounds very random.
It is very random, but not random at all once I get into it. Saturday, we are planning with Jennifer Lucas and Jackie from Jackie's Keto Journey, Joe and Rachel from the Two Crazy Ketos. This coming Saturday, up at Elkhart, we are trying to put together a meetup that's last minute. I understand that it may be too far for most of you to travel, but Charlie, if you wanted to ride with us, you're more than welcome to ride with us up there. We'll make it happen. All the way up to Elkhart. It's about 2-ish hours, 2.5 hour drive.
I have no idea.
It's up near the Michigan border. It's the Michiana area.
I will not be there. I will be at work. Are you doing like a whole meetup, or is it just a couple of you gathering?
I'm planning it's kind of going to be mixed between the two because we asked the place, one of the places that we were looking at, we asked if they could accommodate between 20 and 30 people, just because we don't know who will actually show up. Elle says, perfect timing. Just got home from her walk, or their walk, their walk.
The cat getting you.
Ow, ow, ow.
Set him on the floor. Okay.
Now, where was I? Taking a drink?
Solved.
I
apologize. I'm mildly distracted. I am finishing up a game I've been playing.
She's like the damn kids.
You know what? Maybe a little.
Cindy is here. She says, hello, Dustin, Chandra, and everyone. She called you everyone.
Maybe she called you everyone.
Maybe.
You don't even know.
Evelyn. Hello, dear.
Thanst for joining us.
Jen Delaney is here.
She's not pink-haired anymore.
I know. So we have a thing that goes on our TV, like a screensaver that pops up with a lot of photos. And there was a photo of Jen. I can't remember when it was. I think it might have been last summer. And something along the lines of the granddaughter said, she doesn't have pink hair anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, she changes it.
She was very fascinated with the pink hair when you did have it.
Oh, she loves pink.
It is her favorite.
JJ's in the house.
Thank you for joining us.
Listening while walking. Don't trip.
Be careful. I'm not really great at walking while doing stuff.
What are your views? I understand why people do it, and I threaten them all the time with it, but I would never actually have their claws removed.
From what we've read about it, it's actually pretty bad for the cat. And not that they all go outside. The oldest is more of an indoor-outdoor cat, but the other two boys like to try to go outside every spring. Like they sprint to the door. They usually get scared and come back in the house, but I would never feel comfortable allowing them to go outside without having claws to defend themselves.
Because we have stray cats out there. There's coyotes,
right,
foxes.
all the things. We live only, 2 miles away from a park reserve. So there are native animals around here. We've even seen eagles in the area. So I wouldn't feel comfortable sending them with nothing to defend themselves. I feel like that's just cruel. On the same token, the old guy likes to go outside and hunt, or did for quite some time. But after his trauma in the past year, he's been more confined to the garage. He doesn't really want to go outside or sitting on the front porch. So, but even still, even with just that, they need their claws. They may hurt us with their love, but we're okay with it.
Yeah. Dustin at Play is here. Hello, Dustin.
Oh, there's lots of Ustins in here, huh?
Yes.
I prefer Ustins. Most of them are pretty cool.
Okay, so Jennifer said Joe said he would know better Wednesday. So maybe once we know something, I may pop on and do a quick live, let people know what's going on. I will probably not have any way of getting in touch with everybody who lives in the area. So I know that there's people who live in northern Indiana. There's people who live in Michigan. There's people who live in like the northern part, the northwestern part of Ohio, who may be interested in coming to this meetup. Again, super last minute. We've known that they were coming to Indiana, but we didn't have any definite timelines. Right. So just wanted to make sure that people do know that something is happening,
Yeah.
Carl is here. Hello, Carl.
Thanks for joining us.
And Jackie says, howdy, y'all. Or howdy, hey.
Howdy, hey.
Listening, but about to drive home. I finally had to break down and buy a size down in pants. My single pair keeps falling down.
That is a good problem to have.
It is.
I mean, not your pants falling down, obviously, but needing to buy a smaller pair.
What game are you playing?
Oh, okay. So it's silly. It is called, hang on, Garden Joy. You design a garden and people vote on it, and you get points and more stuff to design your garden with.
But the reason why you play this game?
So I started playing this game. This is very random. I play a different game called Covet, which is basically like Barbie dress up. I know, very silly. It's fine. Everybody has their little things that help them relax and unwind. So I dress up Barbies. And in order to get more points in that game, because I don't want to spend money on it, I started playing this Garden Joy game because it was one of those, like, if you play this game, you can get points in your other game. So I did that. And then it turns out I actually like designing the garden much better than I like dressing the Barbies. So I've been playing other games to get points in the garden game so I can design my garden. It's very silly, I know, but they are fun for me. They're very relaxing.
JJ says, got their fruity cereal keto chow in today. Took a sip before putting it in the fridge. It is so good. That's what I said.
So the reason I wasn't in that video is because I already knew I wasn't going to like it, and I'm not going to try it. I've never been into fruity cereal anyway, ever. I've never liked Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, any of that kind of junk. It just turns my stomach even to think about it. I don't like, you know how they used to make like Rice Krispie treats with those types of things? No, I'm not going to eat that. It's disgusting. I want nothing to do with it. And so I thought it would just be unfair for me to judge them, knowing I already have a predisposition not to like it. I think that's unfair. Now, we have tried things that I knew were going to be gross, like those stupid mustard flavored chips you made me eat. Ugh. And I know
those are so good.
He derives.
You can't even get them anymore, I don't think.
Thank God. I know he derives much pleasure from watching me eat things that he knows I think are going to be gross. But
to be fair, I didn't realize that those were mustard flavored until we sat down and opened them.
Yeah, I try to give everything at least a fair shake, but I already knew. I already knew I wasn't going to like it, and trying it isn't going to make me like it. So, plus I dislike milk, just basically in general. So cereal milk, not appealing.
Lizard person. Anyway,
I am not a lizard
you're
person.
a witch lizard. Anyway,
I cannot do magic. I wish I could. I never got my letter from Hogwarts.
it's true. You would have probably went stateside anyway, some bougie witch school here.
Maybe.
I know you.
My parents would have shipped me away if they could.
They wouldn't have sent you to Scotland.
Well, not if they had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Made it.
How many Canucks would you have had anyway?
No.
Cindy says bowling was canceled tonight due to a tornado watch.
It's been super raining here all day. Like storming, thunder, lightning, all that jazz.
Thundery and lightningy and
Feel the thunder. Thunder. Anyway. It has been here too.
Elstrade says, I thought I bought the fruity cereal, but this morning when I looked for tracking, I realized I never checked out.
I've done that before. I've had stuff like in my Amazon cart, and I'm like, why is it not here yet? Oh, because you never bought it. That would be why.
You should see my cart, like my to buy later cart thing.
Yeah. 7,625 items in it.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's like 250, but
that's insane.
But I go through and I do like shopping. It's like window shop.
And that's why I go to Goodwill. Because I can put it all in my cart. And then I can go home with it.
And Matt Franklin is here. Hello, Mr. Franklin.
Thank you for joining us. I should probably spit my gum out.
Why?
Because I'm sure people hear me chomping. Nobody likes that.
Yes. Are you going to order some? There's still plenty in here. I can even pull it up and I can show you how much is there.
How many miles do we have on the truck?
20,000 miles.
No, at 24 we need service.
Okay.
Sorry, just saw mail. There. Now I'm done chomping.
I've got to find there's that. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit there.
He's finagling with the computer trying to post a link. And I have Thor sitting in my lap, purring and licking my hand because he's a weirdo.
If you can see, this is the fruity cereal. The green is what they have left, and this is the gray is what's been sold. So there is plenty left. Buy as many as you can, preferably through my link. I would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of a niche flavor.
I don't know. You're a niche.
But you either are a fruity cereal person or you're not. There's not really an in-between. And I am not.
True.
Not. But I do wonder what people are making with it, though.
I saw them like the two crazy ketos made like these little cereal puff things with them. Yeah. But you can use any flavor keto chow with them. They're like, that's where the stand mixer comes into play. You
don't need a stand mixer. You can do it with a hand mixer. You can do it with a whisk.
Then I'm gonna order some egg white powder and then make some poof things. I gotta order like one of those piping bag things too.
You don't need to order a piping bag. You put it in a Ziploc and you cut one corner off.
Yeah, but you want them to look nice.
Nobody cares.
You hear this?
Who are you serving it to?
You hear this?
You don't ever make my food look nice. It just tastes good.
It always looks nice.
No.
It does.
No. Anywho.
Cindy says, it's so good. Waiting to get mine. I mean, but can you really trust someone who doesn't drink coffee?
Oh, I think I'm going to have more coffee tonight. He talked about coffee last night, just like an hour before we were going to bed. And I was like, man, I really want some coffee. That sounds delicious.
That's how I feel. Like late at night, I'm like, you know what sounds good? Coffee.
But it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And it isn't that it doesn't let me sleep. It's that it doesn't let me sleep because it'll give me heartburn if I lay down after drinking coffee. But, you know.
She says she's looking at making it into fudge with white chocolate lilies.
Yeah, I'm going to pass. Nothing about that sounds appealing.
Oh, yeah.
He would love it.
I would.
I dislike white chocolate and I dislike fruity cereal. So both Both flavors do not sound good for me.
Karen Wilson is here. Hello, Karen.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, excuse me. I feel like
Jen
I'm always
Lucas is
yawning.
right. Dustin, but if you love me, you'd try it.
Oh, he tried that on me so hard. When he was like, but you could be in the video with me. I love you. No, I'm not trying it. I'm not going to do it.
Well, when I finished filming it and editing it, I'm like, it wasn't as good of a video because you weren't in it.
Well, that's because I'm awesome. But it wouldn't have been fair. It really wouldn't have been fair. I would have, I know me, and I wouldn't have been able to be nice because the entire concept kind of grosses me out.
Dealing with Dustin daily is a magical power.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. He is still living and breathing because of my magical restraint. Oh, you're not that bad.
I hope not.
I think you're probably easier to deal with than I am. I can see you right there.
You cannot.
On that screen,
Nope.
right there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure can.
Thunderbolt and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Figaro.
Figaro.
And then we're going to get like some. I mean, if we were better singers, we'd probably get a copyright strike.
I don't see how. We weren't even that close.
No.
I mean, we skipped even a few
I'll
words.
loan you my spell book.
Nice. I would actually love to have magical powers. If you could have, okay. So magic aside, right? Because, if you could magic anything. Pretty much, at least I'm assuming, like, you could figure it all out. Okay? Which kills me that in Harry Potter, it took so many books and movies to get to the end. Like, you got magic, dude. Why is this so hard? Anyway,
It's the journey.
If you could have a superpower, what would you have?
Me?
Yeah. This may take a while. Let's continue.
You go
on.
first.
Well.
All right. This is something that would this kind of terrifies me because this is what Matt said this. He is a cast member.
Oh.
He works at the Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
He's security, so he's the one watching people to kick you out. I was so afraid like our boys were going to do something to get themselves kicked out.
No, just the older boy.
That's what I was saying.
Just because he cusses and he doesn't even know he's doing it. It just falls out of his face. Anyway, continue.
It says, not just like this is in regards to not checking out. My wife never confirmed a reservation to a Walt Disney park, so we showed up and couldn't get in. Had to make a new reservation.
That would stress me out so hardcore.
So glad that they've kind of gotten rid of that.
Well, I'm so glad that you do the planning.
Yeah. Because
I would be the space cadet who would forget to confirm. That would be me too. So I empathize with her because I 100% would do the same thing. And high five on being a cast member.
Well, they're both cast members. He and his wife are both cast members.
That's got to be so much fun.
His wife's the one that I met at Batu.
Oh, okay. Every single time we go to Disney, I look for jobs there on my way home. Like, I know they need a nurse. I'm sure they need a nurse.
I wonder if they pay their nurses well enough.
I mean,
you got to be able to afford to live there and then go eat at the parks.
We could,
and we'd have to be. I don't know if you work there. Do you have to be like annual pass holders, or do you get enough free days at the parks that you wouldn't need necessarily to be an annual pass holder? Because I like the idea of living nearby and just popping in at like 7:00 at night and staying
riding a couple rides, having a snack.
Yeah, and then rolling out, or catching fireworks. Just go ride the Haunted Mansion.
I just want to go there when they introduce the new like Haunted Mansion merchandise.
Yeah.
And just buy what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want to have to always spend so much.
John Gugahan says he can't stay for the live. Well, thank you so much for being here, sir. We really do appreciate you.
Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for popping in.
Pop in, pop out. And Elstrade says, I love relaxing phone games. I just started playing Pokemon Go again to get me out and walk around the neighborhood. We are big fans of the card game, so good times for me.
We probably need to do something like that to get us up moving more. Because I feel like with the toddler, we kind of stay home a lot, just because she's easier to corral. She's got all of her stuff here. But if we took her, and went and did things more often, she'd probably have
We need to go to the zoo and go to the
yeah, she'd have
children's museum, because if we go during the week, most of the time they're not very busy because everybody's
right.
at school or
And she
whatever.
can get all of her spaz out.
She can get all of her wiggles out.
Yes.
Jaheel says, I'm a fruity cereal. 1000%. You're the best fruity cereal.
Yes, and we love you for being a fruity cereal.
That's probably the only fruity cereal you like.
That is the only fruity cereal I like.
My wife says, he says, my wife, Sarah, I know who your wife is, made cookies with the fruity cereal keto chow. They were amazing. I bet.
What kind of cookies?
Ooh, maybe she'll send me that recipe.
Fruity cereal cookies?
Well, that was
chips in it.
Well, the fruity cereal with this fruity cereal keto chow.
Right. But like, were there nuts involved? I'm curious at this point. I probably still won't try them, but I am curious about it. Maybe we could use the recipe and pick a different flavor.
Yeah, have her text me the recipe. She knows how to get in touch with me.
That would be very cool.
John says, if I decided to buy fruity cereal, I would definitely use your link. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
And that's the one thing that I do like about Keto Chow is most of the discount codes that we have as like affiliates with different companies are kind of a one-time use per like IP address or email address or whatever. But Keto Chow is one that you can kind of use over and over and over again. So that's really nice.
That is nice.
So anytime something new comes out, you can just kind of go back to people, or you can
continue to show your support for who you'd like to. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Hi.
How's Timmy?
Jen says that she got rid of her stand mixer. They're heavy and take up too much counter space.
So somebody doesn't understand the clutter of counter space and how frustrating it can be.
I saw a new appliance I want. I posted it on my community tabs. It's a corn dog maker. It makes 6 corn dogs at the same time.
It absolutely kills me to walk into the house and see every square inch of the countertop covered with appliances, sometimes dishes, but appliances and spices. We have cabinets for a reason.
Anyway, Jackie says you might know someone who has icing bags.
I bet we do.
I bet her
name's Jackie.
I bet her name is Jackie. I bet she's 4'3".
I bet she's a little taller than that.
4'4" and 3/4.
I don't think she's that short. She's definitely over 5 feet tall.
I was talking about fruity cereal keto chow being so good because it is. Yeah, and she did send me a meme that says, if I'm invited somewhere with no coffee, 0% interest.
Yes, agreed.
Yes.
Coffee is just whatever mad genius thought about, I'm going to roast these beans and soak them in some water or run hot water through them and then drink that after.
I wonder about the same thing with chocolate. Or like, who figured out how to eat cashews? But then again, okay, so here's my theory about anything that we eat that's weird, that we're like, how do we decide to eat that? And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, they were starving to death.
Yes.
And they were like, I wonder if we can eat that.
They were starving to death and the people around them were dying from eating something they shouldn't be eating. And they were like, might as well try this.
Bingo. Because they ate that and didn't die is why we still do it.
Right. Whichever evil genius thought of coffee. Oh, just amazing. That human, if they didn't ever get a prize, they need one.
Carl says, I'm with Chandra. Sounds nasty. No, thank you. And brings back memories of that milk film that you can't remove from your teeth, mouth, and throat. Nasty.
Yes. And I get the same type
I
of
unfriend you.
Phlegminess with like orange juice. So I've never been a fan of orange juice or of milk. Both of them, meh, I could go the rest of forever without. I'm just not into it. So high five. Way to go, Carl. You got the right thought. I'm not the only one.
Oh, well, not the only one.
Oh, we don't need the Sheryl Crow up in here. We really don't.
Was that Sheryl Crow?
That was Sheryl Crow.
Oh, I was thinking it was somebody else.
I'm the only one. I'm not the only one. Anyway.
Whatever.
Sharon Holloway. We don't need to bring it down with that.
Says, evening all. Hello, Sharon.
Thanks for coming in.
Shauna says teleportation.
Ooh, teleportation would be cool.
That would be so. I think teleportation might be on the short list, because it'd be like we're sitting here and we close up this and like, bam, we're at Disney.
Bloop,
we can like pop right on one of those empty rides too.
Right? And nobody can stop you because you're already there.
Yeah.
And when you're done, you go bloop and go back home. I'm sorry. I just whacked the cat in the face on accident when I blooped. I don't know.
It's all good here for now. The T-Watch expired.
Nice.
We've kind of been under a storm watch for like the last 3 days.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind the watch. It's when it's the warning that's the problem.
Invisibility. I don't know if I want to be, invisible, but I think there comes a lot. There's.
I don't know that I would want that, because so the things
teleportation
you can do when you're invisible are great. You can hide when you want to, like you'd be spectacular at hide and seek. But there's nowhere I want to go where I'm not okay with being seen. And if I'm being invisible to, like, I don't know, sneak, I'm not a sneaky person. Here's the thing. If I was invisible, I'm going to trip and fall over something anyway. So you're going to know I'm there. So it's really not
She's going to burp or fart or something.
Right. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Something's going to come out of me or I'm going to trip and fall.
That invisible thing over there smells bad.
Yes, that would be me. So it wouldn't be beneficial for me. I definitely think teleportation's in the top list, in the top 5.
Is having unlimited PTO a superpower?
Oh, I would like that one.
We kind of already have that.
Well, basically, sort of. I would like the ability to create money, and whatever form that means. So you
want to be the government?
I don't want to print it and have it have no value.
Oh, okay.
That's different. I would like to be able to create currency of all flavors.
So you want to make a new cryptocurrency?
I would like to have available, accessible money that spends, that has value in any environment, so that A, I'm never unprepared, and B, I can do what I like, and C, have enough that I could help others, but not so, like, the ability to create it, but not like it's just there. Does that make sense? Because like, if it's just there, you're going to use it to solve all of your problems. But if you have to do something to create it, and it's maybe like a complicated thing to do or whatever, then you're going to utilize it as necessary and not become completely reliant on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Matt says, as a cast members, we don't need to be pass holders. We can go as many times as we want in a year.
Ooh.
They'd be like, you were here all the time. I'm like, I'd be there on my days off. I would get off at like 1:00 in the afternoon and be back at 7 to do something. Now, can you buy because I know there's like annual pass holder merch and all that stuff. And yeah, I just want to do all the things. I really, really, really want to take the Keys of the Kingdom tour, like real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. Yeah, they pay for you to have a lunch and all that stuff, and you get to go in the tunnels. They're called
the channels.
They're called the utilidors. That's what they're called.
The channels.
You're a channel. And Jahil says Mickey is always getting his stomach pumped, so they for sure will be nurses. I know. So Disney tea, and it's piping hot. And Jackie's saying she would pokey go with you. She'll poke you.
Yeah, the kids used to do the Pokemon Go, but I've never been into it. But we need to do something to be more active with the child so she can get all of her energy out. Otherwise, it's destroy the house.
And Jennifer Lucas says, I'm thinking hot dog bun mold with Joe's Chaffle version of Nisha's corn dog or cornbread, partially filled, then pushed in the. Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking.
That's what you already do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what her mix is and all that stuff, but I'm sure I could continue to work on recipes and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and he makes like a bread
Short
type
list.
thing.
Hey, what do you mean by short list? And Carl says I can't unfriend him. Facebook, they deleted his account with only 24 hours notice.
Oh.
Oh.
I haven't been deleted from Facebook.
Well, you don't do Facebooky stuff.
No, I really don't. I just like things occasionally. And every once in a while, I'll post something like, I don't know, be nice to nurses, be nice to other people, and then pictures of children.
There was a guy at the
Ones that I
there was
own.
a guy at the post office today, and he was in front of me, and he was talking to the lady, and they were like, "What do you do?" And he goes, "I work for this company. We make they make the what you call it, the waffle mattresses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that people don't get pressure
Not
injuries."
Stryker. They make beds.
It was somebody, I don't know.
I don't know. I very rarely use them.
Slow burn. I'm the only one. Melissa Etheridge. I knew it wasn't Sheryl Crow. You said Sheryl Crow.
Oh, sorry. My brain went somewhere else. You're right. Either way, I don't like either of them.
All I wanna do is have
stop,
some fun.
Stop.
I got a
stop.
feeling
Both of them can go
I'm not
sit
the only
in
one.
a corner by themselves. I'm okay without both of them.
Short ribs. I love it. Time travel or teleportation are my top two.
Time travel would definitely be in there somewhere because that could just be cool.
Then you just end up being lost in the past and never see the
shush,
future.
Shush. If you could go back and see things but not interrupt them and not interfere with them, that's what I would like. Because I don't
be an observer.
I just want to be able to observe.
Yeah.
I would love to go back and see my babies as babies. That would be so nice. But I don't know if I would want to do it if I couldn't hold them and cuddle them again.
I want to go back and see concerts that I get to go to.
I want to do that too.
Like Pantera with White Zombie in 96.
So the year Jerry Garcia died, my sister was going to take me to see the Dead. And then he died. Very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah, I know. He died before X-Fest 95. He died in 1995, yeah.
Really wanted to go to that. But.
And Cindy says, we have a tornado watch until 10, severe storm watch till 8 a.m. Jennifer wants to be unfriended. She says the P in PTO stands for paid.
Yes.
Rude.
Well, I mean.
She's not wrong, but rude.
Wrong. We don't have unlimited PTO.
Let's say he says we can only buy pass holder merch if we are pass holders. Okay.
So you can go anytime you want, but you can only buy the pass holder stuff if you have a pass holder.
Yeah. But I mean, realistically, that's like, I think pass holders right now, it's like.
If you can go anytime you want, they do have some cute pass holder stuff, but not enough that it's probably worth buying.
You could probably friend a pass holder who would buy it for you type thing.
They're
you know what I mean?
supposed to.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway.
But I will mess you up, cat. And strings.
Don't you be mean to him.
I really don't. I don't have a violin, I don't think.
No, we don't.
They don't pay you for your lunch. You pay for your lunch when you buy the tour. Same thing.
Yeah, that tour's really expensive too.
I don't care.
So that $10.75 lunch, the $10.75.
What do you mean? It's like $15 for lunch.
The $10.75 lunch plus $2.50 drink probably cost them a quarter.
Pity. The pounding rain is back again. Back again.
Okay, musical man.
What do you want from me?
Calm it down.
Let me just sit here and be like,
just a little.
And now we're gonna have a word from our sponsor,
the
lizard witch.
I am neither a lizard nor am I a witch. We've already discussed this.
The girl thinks you are.
Yeah, he has the granddaughter convinced that I'm a lizard
and a witch.
And a witch because I'm always cold. Lizard first. I'm always cold. I have dry skin. What was the other? Oh, and there are no flies in the house.
There's never flies in the house.
And I'm a witch because I have a good witch cackle. And obviously, I do magic because I always know what she's into stuff. Anyway.
Carl says, I told my friends I need to see the Dead before Jerry died and saw them in Columbus at Buckeye Lake. Jerry died only a few months later. My friends blame me.
Aww. Well, I mean, I would blame you too, but I'm pretty sure it's not you.
Probably not his fault. I mean, think about how many artists
Sit down.
have passed after playing
Just
Indianapolis.
sit down.
Like
Sit down, bud.
Elvis.
Yeah, but
Elvis.
Elvis was like way past his time. At least
He
his
was younger than we are.
liver was way past its time.
We are older than Elvis was when he
His
passed away.
liver was way past
Mhm.
its time.
Yeah. See, look, Keys of the Kingdom tour is only $129 to $149 per person.
Right. And
On top of the daily ticket.
the
You have to have a
10
ticket as
the
well.
$10.50 plus $2.50 for lunch. That includes your drink. That whole cost covers it because your day ticket should cover it enough.
Yeah, well, you got to buy a ticket to go to the park.
Right.
And then, like, you want to get the very first.
So that's like a
And they do walk you on rides.
Yeah. That's like a $200 to $300 day.
So?
I'm just saying.
It's Disney.
I know it's Disney. And we've had quite expensive days there.
Oh, yeah.
But
like when the girl picked the orchid.
Oh, Lord. We went to the Ohana breakfast, which is at Polynesian Resort. And as we're leaving, she starts picking the flowers, the orchids out of the flower arrangement. Here, Ma, I got you a flower.
And we're like,
they're purple. It's your favorite color. It's like, oh my God, we're going to get escorted off the property.
But I figure that they understand that kids are going to be kids, that, you know, they're going to pick flowers.
Well, they wouldn't make them so easily reachable.
Oh, yeah. But still, we're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because orchids are expensive.
Orchids are expensive. And they're hard to grow.
Oh. We were in a car lot shopping for cars. The sales guys were hollering at Hubs, Jerry! Elvis was 42, so we are almost 3 years older than he was when he died.
Yes, and his liver was 20 years older than us.
That shit will heal, though.
I'm not like that. There are limits.
Ron's Keto Cafe is in the house.
Thanks for joining us, Ron.
Thank you.
There are limits to the miracles that your liver can work. There are limits. Just saying.
You have limits.
I do have limits. I cannot fly.
Take it.
Flying would also be on the list.
One more time.
Because if I could fly, that would be really cool.
I think teleportation would be better than flying.
I'm not saying I can only have
because
one.
I could imagine if you were flying and you had to go way up in the air to do it, you'd be cold. You would complain the entire time.
I know how to dress warmly.
No, you don't. If you knew how.
Wear a hoodie and long pants and a tank top underneath every day.
You still complain about being cold.
Well, it's still cold.
And she's got a blanket on.
And I'm still cold.
And she has a heated blanket at night.
It is nice. I love my heated blanket. It's my favorite thing. Maybe having the ability to convert my own heat, like to be warm.
I can't do a single push-up either, so I'm like Elvis. So, she knew his karate teacher for a little while.
At what age in his life, and at where in the drug use and alcohol? Like, I mean, I don't know if I can do a real push-up now. Like, I could probably do those girly ones where you're on your knees. But I don't know if I could do a real push-up right now. But like, if you did the amount of drugs and alcohol that man did, you probably would be lucky to be walking. I mean,
and all those peanut butter and banana sandwiches with a whole stick of butter.
No, that just sounds just wrong. First off, bananas, ew.
No, I'm not a big fan of bananas, but I like peanut butter and butter sandwiches. Those are good.
Gross.
What is wrong with you?
Gross. I used to love peanut butter, and I actually don't mind the flavor of peanut butter, but I get heartburn with it, as we've discussed before. So I don't do peanut butter anymore. But like, I don't understand the peanut butter and butter together. That's just, ugh.
I wish that when I blinked,
yucky.
It would go tink tink, like tink tink tink. Like when I'm looking at someone and I think they're an idiot, and I just look at them and go, and just blink at them, and it goes tink 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 tink. I don't know why. It would make me feel good. It's like when when the cats end up in the garage and I turn the lights out on them. She's like, they can see, and I'm like, I don't care. It makes me feel better.
Oh, it's just, you don't need a tink tink when you have the look. When the look is like, oh, yeah, like when somebody's saying something real dumb and you just go, I'm kind of shocked. Can you walk and talk at the same time? Sometimes you come across.
Have you not choked to death on air yet?
Yeah.
And Jen says it was towards the end. And I can't do one either. Yeah.
See, I can't be mad at him. I couldn't do it either. But my liver can still process things.
Timmy says he wants to be keto boy, and his superpower would be to touch food and make it keto instantly. He said he's inspired by his two heroes, Dustin and Chandra. He's real.
Of course he is. Of course he is. I'm surprised you still remember his name. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I hadn't said it earlier, if you would have remembered, and you might have called him Tommy.
Like that movie we watched last night?
Yes. You called her Poppy and then called him Penny, or called her Penny. Anyway.
Yeah. It was a terrible movie. We won't even tell you what it was.
It was not great. Anyway, no. I don't even remember the name.
I don't know. It had Damon Wayans' son in it.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
He actually is not a terrible actor, but it was not.
And it had the guy that played Lucifer in Lucifer. Or the guy in the Lucifer show.
Yeah.
The main guy. Yeah,
the
that
kids
guy.
watched that when they lived here with us.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
No, I was hoping that'd be a better show.
Me too.
Jennifer Lucas says, okay, favorite strange sandwich, banana, and hers is banana pepper and butter.
Oh,
I like, and you got to have all the stuff, right? I like a sandwich that's bologna, peanut butter, cheese, and potato chips. Don't judge me.
I can't. Oh, what is wrong with you? That is just.
That was a poverty special.
That is an abomination.
Poverty special, because it was a lucky day to have all those things in the house.
An abomination.
You're an abomination.
Dear Lord.
Brett is here. Hello, Brett.
Hi,
Brett posted earlier he was at Buc-ee's. They're on their way to Florida.
I'm kind of jealous that you got to go to Buc-ee's. I hope you got the turkey jerky. It's very yummy.
The turkey jerky is the best.
Yes. Better than this turkey jerky.
You're a turkey jerky. Anyway. So, yeah, eventually, I think by the time we get on to Florida next time, there'll probably be 3 Buc-ee's on the way.
Ooh, trying to think if there's any weird sandwiches I like.
Let's see. Post your weird sandwiches in the chat, please. If you're watching over on Facebook or you're watching on Twitter, post your weird sandwiches on the YouTube chat so we can see what you like to be weird about.
I don't think I have a weird sandwich. I prefer, so if we're going to Subway or something back in the day, I would get an all veggie sandwich just because I don't like their choices. Otherwise, they give me sketch. I'm not into it. But yeah, I don't.
Evelyn says cream cheese, dill, pickles, and green olives.
Oh, oh. I feel like this is let's see what we can do to make Chandra nauseated. I'm very much a plain Jane. I do not like
fried bologna for the win. I love fried bologna sandwiches. I might make me one of those later.
Might as well say you want ham and cheese loaf.
Ooh, that was good too.
Oh,
put some Pringles on that.
God.
Or whatever they're called, the stacks.
No.
The poverty Pringles.
Just yuck. Just gross.
Oh, we've been to the Alabama one. Is this the one off of I-10 or whatever? Like the one that takes you to I-10 or whatever? Like the one that's just like north of Gulf Shores?
Yep.
We
love Gulf Shores.
Yeah, that's the first one we went to. Yeah, I would say like Gulf Shores is like a good destination place because then you're not that far from Clearwater, Florida. You can just pop right over. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I think if you get a chance to take the drive from Mobile over to Gulf Shores, because then you get to drive along the Gulf and see the water, and you get to see like some battleships and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's see. Shauna says, oops, impromptu cat nap.
They sneak up on me too.
She said, wasn't a benefit for them blasted kids. And Jennifer Lucas says, I know a nurse that when pregnant craves bologna, peanut butter, cheese, and mayo.
Oh,
Switch mayo out for potato chips.
No. Just walk straight to the garbage can and drop it in.
PB, honey, and cinnamon.
That actually doesn't sound disgusting.
Or cheese and ketchup sandwiches.
Oh, that does. Oh, no. The
Chandra made me think of head cheese.
Ew. Stinky. All of these things, yuck. Just walk yourself, make your sandwich, put all your stuff on it, walk straight to the garbage can and drop it in. Just that's how we're gonna work this.
Ugh.
Ew, no, absolutely not.
L. Strange says, when I was a kid, my mom said that she loved ketchup sandwiches.
Oh no, yuck, ugh, gross. I don't like ketchup. Now, I used to eat it as a child, but I do not like it anymore.
Have a good night, Sharon. She said that
have a good night. Be safe.
The next round of thunderstorms have arrived. She's shutting down for now. Have a great night. Safe evening. All good night.
Be safe.
Yep. Be safe. Good luck. Batten down the hatches. Shauna says, not a Sammy, but I like apples and peanut butter. My great grandma used to sit and eat that when I was a kid. She would
apples
sit there
and peanut butter is good.
And she would sit there and peel the apple in one long strip, all one long thing. She was talented. And then cheddar cheese sometimes and pickles, usually sugar-free bread and butter pickles.
I'm not a fan of the bread and butter pickles. And I don't think I would eat all of that together. That sounds like a bad combo. So, okay. The weird thing that I know that I like is not a sandwich, but I used to, and I haven't done it in quite some time because we don't buy it as much anymore. I used to have like mixed berry or strawberry yogurt, and I would put cubes of cheddar cheese in it. And that was very good.
Oh, makes me want to throw up.
You hate yogurt. That's why.
It's gross.
It's not that bad. Thor, really?
Jahil makes a very valid point here. He says, you know how people dip grilled cheese sandwiches in tomato soup? Isn't that just like dipping mozzarella sticks in marinara sauce?
It really isn't. It's just not. It's not. So I will not eat a grilled cheese that I have not made or that he has not made because I don't want American cheese. I won't eat it. I don't like it. It is nastiness. But I will eat a good grilled cheese with like better cheeses, cheddar, mozzarella, any of the good stuff, provolone, Asiago. But I do not like
Go
American
for it, Brett.
cheese.
Go for it, Brett.
It is yucky.
You should be able to post things in there now. I think I made you a moderator, so you could post a link in there if you need to.
But tomato soup, I'm just not a huge fan of. If it's fresh, made with fresh tomatoes and or like the artisan style tomato soups that don't taste like regular canned tomato soup, then that's okay. But I just don't like the Campbell's tomato soup to me that tastes just like ketchup. Ugh. And I'm not a fan.
Boo. Well, not the first part. She says
the part about tomato soup.
No, she says my grandpa peeled apples in one spiral. By the way, Melanie took the magazines. You snooze, you lose.
What magazines were they?
She had some of those PB magazines. You know, the bunnies.
Oh, you don't need those anyway.
I just wanted to look at them.
You don't need those anyway. There is a small child in this house
I wasn't going to bring them here.
She explores everything.
I was going to look them at Jennifer's house.
Oh, by the way, there really aren't many of them that are valuable. So
there were just some that I wanted to see. There was like old ones.
I believe there's a Marilyn Monroe issue.
Like the very first one?
Yeah. And that one has value, but everything else, not so much. Anywho.
100% grilled cheese and tomato soup is the best. Thebomb.com. Mm-hmm. You know it. If you don't like it, you are a lizard witch.
That's not how this game is played. That is not it.
But the articles are usually pretty well written as well. At least they used to be.
Well,
I don't know about now, but the pictures are nice. Yeah, one was Farrah Fawcett was in one. I just want to see the old ones.
I just sold something. Yay.
What did you sell?
Sold a pair of shoes for $44.
Very nice.
So hopefully they pay for them. It didn't say they paid yet, but there's usually a delay with a buy it now. But sometimes people can buy things and eBay lets them wait up to 4 days to pay me, which can be frustrating. But thus far, everybody's been.
Oh, she says trying on stuff and didn't realize the cat was behind me. There was a moment of freak out when my butt was touched.
Well, especially when it's furry, then you're just like, whoa, wait, is that me or is that somebody else? Scary. Furry butt issues, huh?
Oldest find in my storage, a 1985 souvenir gingerbread Minnie Mouse cookie, new, still sealed. I bet that was gross.
Gingerbread Minnie Mouse cookie. I almost bet you could have sold that. Like food stuff that's way out of date. If you sell it as like collectible,
bless her heart.
People will buy it.
Bless her heart.
Yes, they're peanut butter magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Peanut butter bunnies.
Yes. I went to a yard sale one time where this guy had like boxes on boxes of them. Like he had to have been subscribed to that magazine for 20 years. He just had so many of them. He was like, I'll sell them all to you for, I don't know, some ungodly amount, like $3,000. And I was like, dude, I don't want your dirty stuff. No. Because it didn't look like it was in good shape anyway. So, sketch.
So Brett's saying that the indie meetup is April 27th at Wolfie's Grill on Geist Reservoir. Starts at 11 a.m. Everyone welcome. Just email me at HoosierCarnivore@gmail.com.
Okay. Let's see, 427. That's got to
still unbroken. It looks great. I wonder if you can sell it. Send us a picture of it.
I bet you can.
We can look it up. You can even take a picture of it with like Google Lens.
Ooh, they already paid. Yay. It's a Minnie Mouse gingerbread cookie?
Yeah, from 1985.
Well, hang on. My phone does not understand what I'm telling it to do.
Naomi is here. Thank you, Naomi, for being here.
Gingerbread.
Says, I had not heard of tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches until much later. I'd always had grilled cheese at the same time as a kid, but never with the soup. You like it a soup? I like it a soup. You like it a soup? I don't like you right now. Right meow.
Oh, don't be mean to him.
Right meow. I love you. Love you, mean it.
I'm trying to see if there's any actual food gingerbread cookies on here.
Let's see. Also, 3 keepsake Disneyland 30th B Day, or was it 35 B Day from 1985 of her 18th birthday.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to get rid of that. Who? No. One of the cats is messing with my blanket.
It's round, she says. Oh, license plates. The cookie is round. What's up, buddy? Homesick Buckeye in the house. Russ, my man.
Thanks, guys, for coming. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to see if I can find a cookie.
Jackie says she bought parachute pants. My teen self is thrilled.
Oh, my goodness. I have a pair of parachute pants listed on my eBay right now. They're not selling, but a lot of people like it. But I really hope they sell soon because they're just flipping cool. I sold...
With all the zippers?
No, the parachute pants.
I know, but I had parachute pants that were like a nylon pant. They had a whole bunch of zippers on them, you know?
Mine were more like MC Hammer pants. The high waist. Actually, I'm not sure, but they remind me of like a Paula Abdul style because they're high waist and they have like 2 pointed, they're women's. They have like 2 points at the top and they've got weird buttons on either side. And then they've got the really wide legs that taper in really small.
What size are they?
Give me a minute and I'll find them. I'll tell you. Shauna, I did not find an actual cookie, but I bet you could sell it as a collectible.
Just trying to get it there without it breaking would be...
Yeah, that would be tricky. You'd need a lot of bubble wrap.
Super tricky. Let's see. Shauna says, Evelyn, I thought so too, till Shannon says he couldn't bring him in the house. I have an office. I have a couple of magazines up in the office, so the girl doesn't dig too deep into my office. She plays with like the microphone and the guitars. She doesn't care about magazines.
I think about it this way. Not yet. But wait until she gets into something she shouldn't, and then you have to explain yourself, Lucy.
I mean, that's part of being a parent.
That's why we're grandparents, because we're not supposed to have to do that.
You know what? Put you in timeout.
You know, I have over 1,000 listings, Jackie, so this may take a few minutes.
You can't search.
I don't want to know. Tricky. It's tricky to Rocco, run. That's right on time. It's tricky.
Anyway, parachute pants, swish, swish, swish.
Let's see.
L Strange, always wanted parachute pants. Mom wouldn't buy them for me. Thanks, Mom. Luckily, my mom wasn't able to buy me stuff like that when I was young, but my grandma would buy me stuff. Like, she got me my first pair of like the black stone-washed or acid washed jeans that were like a black color, and then I got like the Reebok pumps. But I remember being a kid and loving the tennis shoes that they sold at Kmart, because they had 2 different color laces in each shoe, and they were like the weird colors, and I loved them. Diaper pants.
The diaper pants I equate to Victoria's Secret had these sweatpants out in the 90s that had like an extra butt panel. And I swear they just look like women were wearing diapers. That they just had like an extra rectangle of fabric in the middle of the butt. And I looked just like a diaper.
Yes.
Anyway.
Brett's asking if we are going, or I'm going to Hack Your Health in Austin. I will not be at Hack Your Health in Austin. I would like to go, but I'd be more interested in being in Austin and go to the comedy clubs. That's what I would like to do.
Well, and what it takes to get there is hard.
And I don't think it's that. I think it's kind of expensive, but it's like a 3-day thing. Like, and trying to navigate and see all the speakers you want to see, it's just going to be, Hyla.
Hello. Hiya, Hyla.
Hyla's here.
I feel like I should have found those parachute pants by now, but I must be moving slowly.
Just what I need is more saggy drawers. We were talking about this the other night. So, like, realistically, saggy pants have more than stood the test of time as a fashion trend.
Yeah, they've been in fashion since the 80s.
Yeah.
Big britches.
Regardless of what, regardless of origin or whatever, they've been a mainstream mainstay in the fashion world, or fashion and just in general society, since the 80s, 90s.
Yeah. They
all
have
the way
been
till
around
today.
for a long time.
So, I mean, people get up in arms about it, but that's probably one of the longest like fashion trends outside of like a suit and tie.
I mean, that's very generalized. Suit and tie would be like, it's been around longer than wearing pants. No,
Pants.
Suit and tie is very generalized. Suits and ties have been around since like the freaking 1400s. So I vote no on that comparison.
You're a witch from the 1400s.
But yes,
burn you at the stake.
They have been around for a long
Drown
time.
her.
How do we know she's a witch?
I had parachute pants too. Wore them to roller cave. I went to the roller cave once. I was a United States of America guy.
I was a United States of America girl. It's amazing we did not meet until we were in our 30s. We literally went to the same places. We knew the same people. We went to the same schools-ish.
Same district anyway.
Yeah.
Same township.
It's pretty remarkable that we did not meet each other. I know they're here.
L Strange says they're going to volunteer at KetoCon this year. Jennifer Lucas says diaper pants went out to points on each side and then folded over the opposite side button. Weird. What were we watching? We were watching
Homeward
Homeward Bound the
Opposites.
other day. And you know, that's like that you can't
I'm
get
gonna
any
have
more.
to look those up.
You can't get any more 90s in Homeward Bound. The haircut, the
Yes.
fashion.
The sweaters.
I'm so glad all of that stuff. Like I'm glad that stuff is
It
dead.
kind of is back.
It
A
should
lot of
it
it
should
is.
not be.
The sweaters.
No one should be dressing like AC Slater.
Oh, I bought a shirt that just reminded me of AC Slater. I went to Goodwill yesterday, and it is an acid washed, but the colored acid wash shirt, and it's a button up short sleeve with a pocket, and it's made by Sustanza, so you know it came out in the late 80s, early 90s, and it's green, and it says Sustanza Man on the tag. I died when I found it. I was like, oh, this is so amazing.
Russ said he's going to
So
Hack
cool.
Your Health.
That'll be cool. Yeah, we are not going to be going to that one, but that'll be cool.
Unless we win the lottery or something.
Kind of hurts if you don't play.
Yeah. Or if somebody wins the lottery and wants to donate money to the cause.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool and all, but I don't expect it.
Shauna says she'll get pics when she goes back to storage tomorrow.
Yeah, that cookie, I mean, you can sell weird stuff. You can sell even food that's way out of date as long as you list it as a collectible.
Yeah.
And not as like an actual food item.
There was a guy that was on TikTok and like he did shorts and stuff, and he seemed like a super genuinely nice guy. And one video I remember, he had a box of the 1989 Batman cereal. And he was eating a bowl of it, and he was like eating it and trying to not throw up because it was 40-year-old, 30-year-old cereal.
If anybody watches Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link, they often buy like really out of date food and try it.
Oh yeah.
And some of it, just watching them open it makes you want to be sick to your stomach. Excuse me. I'm a little burpy myself.
Jahil says, why wear diaper pants while you're young? Wait till you actually need them. It's like you see, like, it's like, you know, toddlers and elderly people wear the same clothes.
Pretty much.
You know, diapers and
you know what? It's easier to match.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Oh, here they are. Gitano high waist. Oh, where's my pictures? Oh, no, those are not the right ones. Those are my taper leg high waist velvet pants.
I will not be going to so far right now. The only for sure conference or event that I'm attending outside of some meetups will be Keto Palooza in October. I had tried to maybe plan to go to the one that is in like in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. I went last year. I really liked that one, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. But I'm going to do some meetups. Like I said, this coming Saturday in Elkhart, in the Elkhart area, we will be probably having lunch meetup of some flavor with Joe, Rachel, ketos. 2 Crazy Ketos. We should know more come Wednesday, so tomorrow sometime, and I will do my best to make sure to put that out onto community tab. I maybe do a quick live or something like that, and just make sure you guys are checking back often on the community tab. I will be posting something there. I'll maybe try to go live because I want to make sure that anybody who may be in the area and interested will be able to make it. I know that not a lot of people will be able to make it. And I know Jennifer and Jackie and I are planning to go up. Yeah, so I mean, if you're going to be in the Michigan area, like up near Toledo, Ohio, or like Lansing, Michigan, or whatever, those places shouldn't be shouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, I wouldn't eat that. Yeah. Sent you my egg mid-80s pic. I'll have to look that in a second here. I was shocked to find
Is everybody still there?
They're still there.
He just closed everything out because the cat is attacking him.
Yes. Okay.
Not really attacking, trying to love on him.
I was shocked to find that there's a market for vintage diapers.
There is literally a market for almost anything. Almost anything. I have sold so many of those as seen on TV pieces of junk. More, I mean, and you make good money over it. Like, it's ridiculous. I sell stuffed
Like
animals.
the Rob
everything.
Peel pocket fisherman.
I mean, honestly, people will buy anything. It's interesting to watch, and it's fun.
I remember I was at a mall in Phoenix, Arizona, and they had like roller coasters in the parking lot, like permanent roller coasters. So I'm not sure if anybody's in the Phoenix area or familiar with it, put in the chat what mall that was. This was like in 2004. And I remember going into the mall, and they had an entire store that was as seen on TV.
That's pretty awesome.
Because then you didn't have to buy it and do like no COD. Because like in those days, buying from TV was a pain in the butt. You had to call a number, give them your credit card over the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said those pants reminded me of an old man who did the Six Flag commercials a while back. Let's see what this is. This is her 80s Olin Mill picture.
Oh, that's cool. I love Olin Mills. We used to get our photos taken.
I've got about 10,000 photos in the garage from my family, like when my mom passed away, and then my grandma was moving out of her apartment in with my aunt, and I have all of those photos.
Photos of people we don't even know who they are.
I have rough ideas of who they may be, but no, I don't even have a way to confirm.
Yeah, I don't know. We have lots of pictures of people we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a ton of photos out there in the garage. I'm sure there's some really cool 80s hairdos out there somewhere.
Yeah, San Antonio's having a big, it's going to have a decent sized meetup because Keto Chow is going to be there and Dr. Barry and all that stuff is going to be there. So
that'll be cool. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get there.
Not San Antonio. Can't be in San Antonio by Saturday.
Nope, not going to happen.
Vintage men's tidy whities too. You would be surprised. She gets all these old like lingerie things, and they sell like.
They're my favorite too because they're so pretty. Like things that like they don't even make anymore. You know, they're made out of nylon and they're just beautiful crocheted or embroidered, and they have like rosettes and stuff on them, and they're just gorgeous things. And I sell them and I do quite well with them, and like things that you will never find today, but they would sell them at Sears for like $2.99, and then I can turn around and sell it for $40. You know, very cool stuff. Okay, where are these stinking pants? Jen
Lucas says, cleaning out Hub's desk, found Eclipse glasses from 2017 Eclipse.
Nice.
And Shauna says, pay no attention to the cat behind the curtain.
Oh, here they are. Ha ha ha. Parachute hammer pants. Okay. So this is the waistband. Hang on. Okay, can you see that? The waistband, how it's like pointy at the top and there's buttons. I know it's kind of weird.
You could probably send her the listing.
And then they're like hammer pants where they're real wide all the way down and then they taper at the ankle. Very cool. They have an elastic back waist.
Shauna says, do Beanie Babies still sell? The short answer is no. The long answer is no.
Beanie Babies are basically garbage, but they make good packing material. And if you fill a pillowcase with them, you can probably use them as a cushy pillow. But no. You can sometimes sell the larger like Beanie Buddies. They're like larger bears. Yay big, head sized. But they get like $10. Beanie Babies, you can probably get 50 cents a piece for. if you're lucky.
I mean, there may be one out there that might be worth something, but
I
one.
doubt it. I doubt it. Back in the day, they were worth a ton of money. My ex-husband's aunt, maybe, I think it was aunt, used to work at by the way, those parachute pants that I have listed are a size large, women's large. Anyway,
What does that mean?
they're a large in 1980s size, which means they, hang on, and I'll tell you the actual waistband.
Yeah.
And remember, it goes across your natural waist, not across hip or mid waist, the actual natural waist. So they measure approximately, because they have the elastic backing, 30 to 36 inches, depending on how, how stretchy you need to stretch that back of the waistband. The front rise is 14 and a half inches. So that's from the seam in the crotch up to the waistband. That's 14 and a half inches. So that's how high of a high rise they are. So when it hits your natural waist, it's like way up there. And the inseam is 29 inches. So
Brett said he had an epic mullet.
Ooh.
So you were Australian?
Mullets are just not cute. They were back then.
We all had a mullet.
Everybody
back in the day.
loved a mullet back then. The boys with the mullets were the cool boys, the cool kids, until they became the poor kids. But like,
what in the
so like when it first came out that mullets were cool, then like everybody, all the boys, like all the cute boys had mullets, right? And then after about 3 years, mullets went out. Right, they were only in for about 3 years.
Like
when
the spiky top with the mullet in the back.
Right, when we were kids, and rat tails.
Yeah.
Right? So when we were kids, they were in for 3 to 5 years, maybe. Not much longer than that. It was a short time frame when mullets and rat tails were in. And then when they went out, they went out. And if you still had a mullet, you were too poor to get your hair cut again.
The squid bill.
Hey, I don't want to be that person,
hey,
but
Daddy.
you know, it was like, oh, they're still wearing a mullet. I promise I was not a mean girl. But you could tell. Be like, oh.
Jen says she sent you a picture, a diaper pant picture versus Messenger.
I didn't click on it, I don't think. Oops, hang on.
And Shauna says she only had, she says I have 5 at most. Were they gifts for preschool students.
Oh, those are bad. People wore those? Look at those. Those are terrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
Bad.
I think Jahil would wear those.
That's a fashion no.
Jahil would wear those. Jackie says she had the Princess Di bear.
I sold her several times. These are what I think of when I think diaper pants. The big saggy britches. Saggy crotch.
Can I just send you pics and ship you some stuff for your store?
If you want to, but it may not be worth it. I mean, it might get real expensive to ship because you're on the other coast, right?
Yeah, she's on the left coast.
Yeah.
Jahil says, what item did you profit the most from selling? And it can't be Dustin's kidney.
Oh, if I could. That'd be worth it.
Probably a teddy bear, I think, wasn't
it? Okay, so it's hard for me to remember because it's been 21 years, right? But recently, I've sold some teddy bears that have made me a lot of money. I sold a Ralph Lauren polo bear for, that was the one.
That was $550, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was.
The Ralph Lauren bear might have been $600.
Yeah, that one sold for, it was over $600. And then I sold a
pre-Duffy bear.
A Disney Duffy bear, pre-Duffy. So before this is the Disney bear. This one sold for $499. I paid $7 for him.
Facebook Marketplace.
And then I had.
So I understood like beetle boots because I remember my mom would talk about beetle boots, and then I know that was like my great uncle had a beetle wig, and he had beetle boots, and she was afraid of it or something like that. So I don't know. I just have weird remembrances of stuff like that. Jen says Melanie recently sold a poster for $1,700. but it was returned badly ripped.
Oh, that would hurt my feelings.
I mean,
would be
was
so
it not
mad.
sent in a roll? Was it not rolled up?
Well, if they send it back damaged, then you can give them only half of the refund back, but even still think about that money loss. How much did she spend on it when she bought it initially? And then you're getting a damaged item, you can't even do anything with that. Ugh. I hate that. I hate that for her. That's so frustrating. Trying to find the picture of my other bear. I know it's in here. I just don't know where.
Let's see. Shauna says my nephew currently is a pro wrestler and has a mullet and a 70s stash. He also did an Old Spice hair product commercial. Oh, send us pictures.
That's awesome.
Hey yo, Heath is in
See,
the house.
Mullets are a thing now, but like I said, when we were kids, there was a short period of time where mullets
It was
were
like
all the thing.
1987 to like 1989.
And then when they were done, they were done.
He says, thank you for doing this live. Being active in the chat is helping me practice for this Friday when we go live on our drive to Texas. Well, they're in
that'll be
Texas,
cool.
but they're going to Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
They're going to that meetup.
That big one that's
Yeah.
happening that we're not going to go to.
Well,
because
yeah.
it's far away.
When you work.
And I work.
I will be doing a meetup. Well, we're going to a meetup this Saturday with two crazy ketos, but just the details are very thin and slim at this very moment.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that if you are in the central Indiana, northern Indiana, southern Michigan, Ohio area, all that stuff. Rat tails, yuck. I had a rat tail. Rat tails came back for a while, like in the 2010s.
Oh, they were a mistake back in the day, and they're even a bigger mistake now that we know better. Like if you know better and you choose it again.
There's even an episode of Bluey where Bandit comes home with a mullet and his neighbor cuts it off.
Yeah, because it's bad. I don't know. Mullets were, like I said, they were all the rage for about 2 to 5 years, and then they were just not. And if you still had a mullet after that, it was like, oh.
What's the old saying for a mullet? Business in front, party in the back?
Yes. It was all those years that Billy Ray Cyrus was still popular.
Achy breaky heart. Like I guess his grandmother and my great grandmother knew each other because they lived in the same town or something like that. But I mean, it didn't really ever mean much. I mean, by the time, like, cause she lived up here, that's when she lived in Kentucky and she lived in Indiana my whole life. So I don't really know. Obviously, they didn't stay in touch, but
right.
But I'm thinking that like my great grandmother's sister lived down in that way.
Okay, I must have passed it. All right, I'm tired of looking for it now. At this point, it's here somewhere. I just don't know where.
And what am I thinking of? What's the comedian that has the mullet now?
No idea.
Theo Vaughn.
Oh yes, but he's a caricature of an actual human.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's not.
Like it's. I don't know if anybody actually knows the real Theo Vaughn, or if Theo Vaughn is just like a morphed character now.
Right, you know what I mean? Like what was his name on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour? Those are all just characters that they play. Those aren't who they actually are.
Yeah, like Larry the Cable Guy's real name was like Dave or something like that.
Yeah. That's not who they actually are. I'm going to lose my mind trying to find this. Because now I feel like I have to find it.
She sent a YouTube clip we'll have to watch after this is done.
Okay.
It's like the first guy, 15-second commercial. Jahil says, let's see, there's problem with man buns is many men wear them, can't pull it off.
Yes.
I had a man bun before man buns were like a thing, but I used to do it like I'd put up my hair up in a bun because I had long hair, and I'd put it up in a bun and then put a hat on and go do my like fast food job. And like my management didn't even know I had long hair at the time.
Yeah.
I came in on my day off one day and I had like French braided pigtails.
Nice.
And they were like, "Wait, you have long hair?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
The thing with a man bun is that you kind of have to have the whole package.
The whole like you just want their package. Anyway.
You have to like
bit of yoga,
be muscular and be yoga-y
and like in touch with your feminine side.
There's like a whole persona that comes along with that.
Like I
And
respect
if you don't,
you and stuff.
if you don't do all of it, you just kind of come off like a tool bag. It's kind of got to be all you or not.
Jaheel says, when I had hair, I put little rubber bands all over my hair and went outside and looked extremely stupid. I also permed it once. No wonder I said, I'm out of here.
Perms are bad, okay?
Okay.
They're not bad on everybody, but I've tried a perm before and no. It's a no for me.
It's like when you see people with bangs who shouldn't have bangs.
Yeah. Some people it's so appropriate.
Some
and
people
it
it just works.
And like you couldn't look at them without bangs and be okay with it. Okay, this is not it, but look at my girl.
She's the cutest thing ever.
Okay. I don't generally share pictures of the child, but
this is an old picture.
This is an old picture. Cutest baby ever. And I know I'm biased, but friggin' adorable. Anyway, still trying to find that other bear that I sold. Yeah, some people with bangs, they look like you could never see them without them. And other people with bangs, you're like, oh God, who agreed with you? Who told you that was the right decision?
It's like if any of you guys are familiar with the band Alice in Chains, they did a MTV Unplugged, and Mike Inez on his bass wrote, "Friends don't let friends get friends haircuts," and that was in response to Metallica was sitting in the front row right after they cut all their hair off, so they were all sitting in the crowd in the front row with short hair. So you had everybody. So I mean, this is like 1995, 1996.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like friends don't let friends get bangs if they've never had bangs before.
Well, and that's
you've got to like try a wig on with bangs to see how you look first.
That's the thing is like, I always think for people who get, bad haircuts, it happens. It's a shame. Or if you, wear a bad outfit or whatever, it happens. It's a shame.
Big Belly Bob's here.
If you have close friends, they should be telling you. They should be honest enough with you to be able to tell you, oh, honey, that's a mistake. I mean, I have very good friends who are willing to say, wow, that looks really terrible.
I mean, my bangs are on point.
Yes. Your bald bangs.
Bob in the house.
Hi, Bob.
Glad to see you, sir. You just hit what, 30,000 subscribers?
Woo woo!
You're probably on almost 35,000 by now.
That's pretty awesome. Where is my bear?
I knew a lady who only had bangs. She was bald otherwise, and she just had bangs. They were blonde. She had just this bangs. It was, I mean, that was only, she had that for years.
Well,
I worked with her for like a decade. She always had the same haircut.
Well, and I say that, being kind of personally mean, but then thinking about it like, you can rock whatever you want to rock. There's no reason to listen to me or anybody else about how your hair or anything else should look. You rock that on your own.
Yeah,
I have some of the weirdest.
Bob's hit 30 and I'm trying to hit 5,000.
Nice. I have some of the weirdest screenshots in my phone.
It's probably a lot of them from me.
Just weird.
I send her some of the weirdest stuff that she doesn't want.
True. Very true.
If you are lucky enough to be that close to me where I feel comfortable sending you weird screenshots or weird random like videos, like short videos or whatever, you're welcome.
Yes, or completely inappropriate content.
Yeah. Jackie says she'll do long bangs, but definitely can't do straight across bangs.
Yeah. No, I won't do bangs at all. And the last time I had bangs, the lady who cut them started them back here in like the middle back of my hair. And I don't have a lot of hair. I have very thin hair. It's long, but it's very, very thin. And see, like I don't have a lot of hair. She started way back here cutting me bangs, and I basically felt bald because everything, like all of this was
trying to give you a
bangs.
fixed head.
Well, and I'm like, oh my God, I could have totally 80s this and like curled half of them back and curled half of them forward, sprayed the hell out of them and been like I was going to the state fair. But
I did not expect you to say that.
I didn't. I just felt really awful about it. Oh, I sold this guy. I don't have any more pictures of it. It was a creepy doll.
Ugh.
Sold for $50. And
do that again. Look what happens. Look at the screen.
Yeah.
It totally just shut everything off and just.
Yeah, because it's bright. I sold that guy for $50. I think I got it for $2 at a yard sale. Sold that. Don't need a picture of that.
So, but basically, Jahil says I deserve all the followers, so like around 8 billion. I don't think I deserve more followers than Mr. Beast. He's got 250 million.
I feel like it's you know, to get that many followers, you got to do a lot of things.
Yeah. I just want my play button. I just want 100,000. I know that sounds like conceited as hell, but I want a play button. I mean, it would be nice to have the gold play button, the million. That'd be super sweet. But I'm just like $5,000. I'll be like super stoked because when I started this channel, I even thought I would get 1,000 subscribers.
He's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high in the sky apple pie.
Ooh, I like apple
hopes. Pie. I do like apple pie. Anyway.
Jahil.
I think that asking for a play button is quite the stretch.
It's like what I told Bob. Bob, when I first found Bob and his channel, he was like 7,000 subscribers or something like that. Between 5,000 and 7,000 subscribers. He hit 10,000. He's 3x that. So now he's at 30,000. So all he has to do now is 3x again and get a little bit above that, and he's got his play button.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's in like the year and a half that I've known him, give or take, he's 3x'd or more. Because I found him when I stumbled across his page, he had like between 5,000 and 7,000, maybe 8,000 subscribers. He's done hit 10, 20, 30. You're 100 is nothing now.
Yeah.
You've got your stride.
I'm just saying that for us, that seems like quite the stretch.
Gio says, my brother has a play button. He moved to Alaska and left it in the garage. Oh man. I'd probably be hard pressed to not carry that everywhere I go.
You'd get it made into like a necklace.
I would. I'd be like Flava Flav of YouTube.
Right? Flava Flav. This is the most random. I have pictures of lighting fixtures. What on earth was I have no idea.
Because remember we were looking for lighting and stuff.
I hear you. I'm still trying to find a picture of that bear that I sold.
Jen said, Jahil, sell it to Dustin. He'll just use whiteout.
Yes.
I just put like tape, like just like masking tape and over the name of the channel. It goes Keto Simple. Yes. I want to earn it. That's the thing, is I don't want to just buy one. I want to earn it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could probably order one online and have one look just like it. But then, that's one of those things. It's a vanity metric for sure, but there's a lot of work that goes into that. And there's a sense of purpose. There's a sense of accomplishment if you can hit that 100,000 subscribers and get that play button. One of the people that's a big supporter of my channel, Mr. Grant Gregory, he's over 200,000 subscribers, but he's fighting with YouTube trying to get his play button because he says his channel is associated with another channel or something that's not, I don't know, whatever's going on, but they're being weird about sending him his play button. But he's been fighting with them for a couple of months. But yeah, I mean, I know a couple of people that have play buttons. I mean, Indigo Neely has a play button. Let me see here. Who else we know?
I don't know. Just people you know.
Yeah. There's a few other channels of people who have play buttons. I'm pretty sure Tom has one. Tom over at Midnight's Edge. He has maybe one or two.
Bacon is 73% fat and very salty. Me too, Bacon. Me too.
I should sell it to Dustin. I told my brother to take it with him. And he said, whatever. It's covered in dust. My brother didn't like the fame that came with it.
Well,
and I mean, I understand that because you understand like the fame that comes with that kind of thing is like either you can have it and not really pay much attention to it, or you let it consume you.
Is that stupid?
Brenda Foley in the house. Is it
Hi,
snowing
Brenda.
outside
Thanks for
already?
joining.
It better not be snowing outside. It's not that cold. It's like only 50
Here?
something.
No.
Yeah. It looks like it's been snowing in front of our house because of all the stuff on the trees.
All the flowers on the
Yeah,
trees.
the stinky flowers.
They are stinky flowers, but I like them in spite
Jackie
of it.
says, you want a play button. I'm over here just wanting a tan. Go outside. Okay, you hobbit.
I don't want a play button.
I want a play button.
I hear you. I don't want one. What I would
You
like,
want me to have one.
What I would like is consistent eBay sales.
You sold like 12 things over the weekend.
I have. It's been very consistent these last 2 weeks.
Oh, belly.
If it could just stay that way.
Big Belly Bob says we got snow coming over the next couple of days, it says.
Gross. I truly don't want that. I hope it doesn't snow on the weekend.
Jackie said she got burned Saturday. Air frying Auntie says I have thousands of buttons, no play button though. If I get a play button, I'm going to Disney World.
I know, dear.
And I'll have him give me the little button that says I got my YouTube play button.
We have a long ways to go. Oh, I didn't know I had that in here.
Well, I'm trying to hit 5,000, and all I got to do is 20x that.
Yeah, that's all. I can't. I'm trying to find a picture of the bear that I sold. I realize I'm distracted, and I've been doing this now for like, I don't know, what feels like an eternity. But eventually I will find it. I'm also deleting. There it is.
Yeah,
I knew I would
his
find
channel
it.
anyway? And Bob says his outside camera in the back is making the ground look extra white.
Okay, you ready, folks? I sold this bear. $589.99 plus shipping. I sold him.
Didn't it go like overseas?
It did. It is a Stife Polo Ralph Lauren collaboration. The Chairman 2 businessman with glasses. I sold him for that much overnight.
You woke me up in the middle of the night for that shit too.
I did.
I thought the house was on fire because she's like, I finally got around to listen to that Stife Bear, and I'm like, okay. 4:30 in the morning, she goes, babe, and I'm like, and she's like, my bear sold, and I was like, cool.
So the person sent me an offer for it because you can send offers.
Yeah.
And then I like looked at it but didn't respond. I thought, oh, I'll get to it in the morning, and I went back to sleep. And then I woke up a few hours later, and they had just outright purchased it instead of going with the offer. They basically were like, nope, don't want to lose this, and just bought it. So
Jen says that people are spending their tax checks. We don't even have they even started sending them out yet.
I don't know. Maybe spending in preparation
and
to.
Bob says you will get it. He's like, because he said I'll get my play button. He believes in me.
I believe in you.
I don't believe you. And then Jackie says, Bob, take that negativity somewhere else. She's a trip. Anyway,
yeah, I believe in you. I just don't.
Bob says he's doing a hot salsa taste test. But what's a good low carb tortilla instead of Quest? Go with Hilo. Hilo you can find at Walmart and Kroger's, I think. They don't have a plain, but they do have a nacho cheese. Sometimes you can find a ranch. You can find a spicy nacho or a spicy chili. They have at different points in time sold big bags at Costco, but they don't currently sell those right now. So you're looking at the medium-sized bags at Walmart or Kroger, and they're about $5 a bag, unfortunately. But they are one of the best in my opinion, chips on the market. Because there is another brand. We have another group of chips to taste test, but they are the legendary brand.
Yeah, we haven't tried those
We
yet.
haven't tried them yet, and I imagine they're probably going to be right in line with the Quest chips. And Jahil says the channel is called That's Dominican. He was doing skits and then cooking. I'm not sure if he does it anymore. Shauna says it looks like if George Burns was a bear.
I was thinking sort of like Trumpish, or very businessy.
Jackie said she got her tax return. Oh, that's right, because that's when you bought your Keto Palooza ticket. Speaking of Keto Palooza, let's talk about Keto Palooza. Because Keto Palooza. Wait, hold on a second here. So, per information from Autumn herself, Keto Palooza, the speakers have been finalized, but we do not know who they all are yet. She is taking a live sabbatical for the month of April. She will not be doing any more lives this month, but she said they will be updating the Facebook group and Instagram and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. I imagine over the next couple of weeks, she will be listing off all of the stuff, so we know who the speakers are. I mean, we know that 2KK are going to be there. We know that Dr. Barry and Nisha are going to be there. And I'm pretty sure had mentioned that Maria Emmerich was going to be there again. So that leaves about 3 to 4 spots open for other speakers. So there's some new ones, some returning ones. But again, we know Dr. Barry's returning. I think Nisha's a new speaker for Keto Palooza. We know that 2KK, they're going to be the MCs. So be on the lookout for them. Let's see. I have not tried the faux potato chips made with cottage cheese. It just looks like too much time. It's like a lot of baking time, and I don't really care to mess with it. That bear's too cute to be a Trump bear.
You're not wrong.
He's awful short.
He was awfully short.
191 days till KPL.
Nice.
And then Shauna put the KPL
information
and the
website
logo in there for us. So perfect. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I feel like I've been super distracted this whole
you've been talking
channel episode, whatever we call these things. This whole live. There we go. Live.
So we've been talking for an hour and 38 minutes. I figure we might as well go ahead and start our Midwest goodbye.
Yeah, because I'm going to need to pee.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure you guys all needed to hear that.
And I got to get ready for my 9:30 live over at Nick's channel. We're talking tonight The Longest Yard.
The old one.
The 1974 version. So that's what we're talking about. Wild chips. Yeah, if you can find wild chips. Those
are good.
Those are pretty good. I know that Costco, I think, at least last time I was there last week, had them for $8 a bag, and they have a Nashville hot.
Mm-hmm. And that's good.
That's a pretty good taste.
Excuse me.
Well. Gio says, no, don't leave. We need you forever.
The one weird thing I do like to eat is I like to eat chips with canned tuna. No mayonnaise or anything, just canned tuna with chips.
Imagine how good that would be with sardines.
Gross. That's a no.
Kroger, I guess Kroger has wild chips now too.
Okay. I don't think we have any in the cabinet right now.
No, we don't. Because I bought a bag of the Nashville hot and ate those. They're so good.
No.
But I think if for what you're doing, testing salsas, I think your best bet is going to be the high-low chips.
Yeah, they're pretty.
We have some reviews of high-low chips, so take a look at those if you are so interested.
Yeah, I mean, all of them are kind of keto, But the high-low
I
ones,
mean, if you're eating the serving size, you're good.
right.
But if you're eating the bag,
then you're out of range.
I
Sorry.
mean, it's still better than eating the bag of Doritos.
Truth. I like
Good
the
night, Timmy.
wild chips. They are chicken.
They have
is
some
not the right
starches in
one.
them.
Chicken, but they have like tapioca starch or
Yeah.
something in them.
Yeah.
So still pretty decent though.
Good crunch, but
Good.
be careful. Be careful of the desiccant packet.
Oh, did you eat that once?
It always ends up in my mouth.
Ew.
So I just pick it up and
Ew.
Or the one thing
gross.
that I found, at least when they had the big bags at Costco, the cheddar, that would have like these boulders of cheddar cheese about this big. They were just big balls of cheddar cheese powder. You would just go
In which bag?
in the high-low bags.
Yes. They sometimes have weird like balls of flavoring that just didn't get dispersed. Blech. Yuck.
It was just a big ball of flavor,
Yeah.
like me.
That's exactly what you are. A big old ball of flavor.
I didn't say it was good flavor.
Ew. Ew. All right, guys, we do need to go because I'm starting to have to like do the potty dance.
Do the pee-pee dance. Anyway,
Anyway,
we love you. Thank you all. I will go ahead and put our wonderful members up on the screen because all of you, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue doing it. We would do it anyway, but
we would do it anyway. We'd just be grumpier. No, just-
but thanks to all of our wonderful, wonderful members.
yes,
All
thank
of you
so
who
much.
came in here and keeping us company,
Yes, we
talking with us,
appreciate it.
laughing with us, joking with us.
Sometimes this is the only adult interaction either of us get for most of the week.
It's true. It's true. And even some of you really barely qualify as adults.
Right. Good night, Timmy, by the way.
Anyway, we love you all. Thank you again so much for being here with us. We will see you
Next
Tuesday.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.